plate behaves just basically like a rubber block. It just compresses and like a spring like this, and when the earthquake happens, it springs back.
The upward motion thrusts a 4-mile deep mass of water upwards.
Fucking the devil, man.
There you go. That goes.
When the dome collapses back,
The dome.
immense waves race out across the ocean.
Just seems to have biblical undertones.
Yeah.
Just 3 feet high and over 60 miles from front to back, the waves travel at a blistering speed. A tsunami is born.
The energy heaved up the sea floor that displaced vast amount of water
Dude,
that we
in
can see.
the Old Testament,
made its way on
God
land,
was
it made its way
vengeful.
off around the
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could say that.
Some people say he was a mean prick in the Old Testament.
Yes.
One side of the wave takes off across the Pacific. The other races towards the coast of Japan.
Tsunamis travel very fast at a speed that depends on the water depth. And because in the deep ocean, tsunami travels very fast, reaching at times the speed of a jet aircraft.
Traveling at over 500 miles per hour, the wave takes just minutes to reach the coast.
Over 500 miles per hour. What the fuck?
Faster than a
The
plane.
seafloor slows down the
How
top
fast
of
do
the
planes
wave.
go?
The wave's
Probably right
fast-moving
around there.
rear
Commercial
races in.
airplanes.
It soon catches up with the front. The increasing pressure pushes the seawater up into a rising swell. 3 miles from shore, a Japanese Coast Guard crew witnesses the growing wave. The tsunami swells up as the seafloor gets shallower. Once they crest the first wave, a second one is upon them.
Fuck.
The crew is lucky to survive.
Fucking ride that shit.
Near the coast, the swell becomes a breaking wave. It piles up. A wall of water races toward shore.
The very first thing that seems to have happened is that the sea left the land, and some of the footage we've seen shows the huge shoreline being exposed, and then the tsunami built up offshore, and the dynamics of the wave carried it inland. Probably a cubic kilometre of water just splashed landward and kept going until it ran out of
I
steam.
don't smell it. It might be on
The Febreze or the hot dogs?
The first
Remember,
wave
I told you I was
roars
smelling
in.
dick and balls. It might be them shoes because they
The
got water
tsunami
in them.
has arrived.
Have to put more fucking powder in.
Dick and balls!
I have baby powder. That might help.
No, I have some
To
shoe
when
powder at the
or where
house.
the tsunami strikes.
It's because water got in them and fucking mildew.
First, it hits in the north.
This was in 2010.
Yeah, Fukushima Daiichi
And in the
fucking
south.
Yeah.
earthquake and tidal wave shit there. It fucked with one of their nuclear reactors and
Then it
waste got all
strikes
over.
in the north again.
Ooh, that shit looks fucked up, man. Cars are getting fucking tossed. Fuck. God damn. Make those cars look like they're toys.
I know.
Fucking sailboat collapse.
Crushed under there.
Fuck.
The height and intensity of the wave varies dramatically from town to town.
Got
But
fucking insurance
why?
on them cars.
Part
Yeah,
of the
insurance
answer
companies
lies in
would
the
be
varying
bankrupt.
depths of the seabed.
Oh my god.
The tsunami travels faster in deep water and reaches land more quickly.
All that water with that force
Another
behind it,
critical
it's
factor is the layout of the land.
uproot
Cliffs,
houses and
bays,
shit.
and inlets along the shoreline help determine how a tsunami behaves.
It boils down to how the wave is focused and defocused by the geography or the topography of the coastline itself.
Hill, if you have really high hills.
Japan time.
That would
The wave hits the town of Ofunado. Deep water off the coast here offers little resistance to the 26-foot-high tsunami wave. There is little time to get to high ground.
The best early warning system people would have had would have been the fact that there was an earthquake. People have got used to the fact that if you have an earthquake, there is a possibility of a tsunami that will follow. But in the timescale they had, there was very little time or very little opportunity for escape.
There goes that house just floating.
Damn, dude.
The tsunami hits Ofunado 20 minutes after the earthquake.
Water that actually hit the coast will be well in excess of 1 billion, probably 10 billion tons of water. That's a little bit like
Michigan doesn't
taking
have
a
earthquakes,
million swimming pools
hurricanes.
and just emptying them onto
Tornadoes
the
in the
coastal
Bay
areas
region
of
is
northeast
rare,
Japan.
so there was a semi
15 minutes
hurricane on the
later,
Great
the
Lakes
tsunami
before,
hits
though, that caused a lot
Sendai,
of damage.
70 miles south of Ofunado. The area around the city is mostly farmland,
But yeah, no
low-lying and
volcanoes
flat.
either. We're pretty safe in Michigan. Love Michigan. My shields are dizzy. Who they are? Oh, they got laid out.
The airport here is overwhelmed in minutes.
It hits very low-lying areas. There's nothing to stop it moving inland, and so it can move inland 6 to 7 kilometers without being impeded.
The Navy
Because there's not
could
much
be
to slow
equipped
it
for
down
some of
because
this.
the wavelength of the tsunami is so big. It's not going to stop until it reaches something,
All the debris.
reaches some sort of high ground, and it'll just keep on coming.
That blackness makes it look more like the devil.
I know.
Satan coming ashore. Beelzebub.
Yeah.
Next, the wave slams the Miyako coast, 110 miles north of Sendai.
Damn.
This area has good tsunami defenses. The residents are well prepared.